first of all, can I apply Black Race bending to Warhammer 40K's Alpha Legion? Well, can we apply this? Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Number 2, Warhammer 40K, but I can't critique chaos, and we'll see why is that.
Oh.
Number 3, after this is not a Warhammer, this is not Warhammer topic because this is like a test stream. We're just gonna cover all the topics from all my 3 channels in one stream, and then they're going to become videos for later. So the third topic is after 88 years, Superman David Corenswet's costume finally drawn, wrinkled, and it's way worse than you think. Why do we say finally? Well, because it's horrible, but anyway.
One can say that it's like a wrinkle in time.
Yeah. Yes.
Ah.
Number 4, the ultimate game dev system. Remove swear words from games fast. And that's gonna be crazy. So these are very interesting and vague. So you're gonna see what they are. Okay, guys. We can start, and the first topic is on the screen. And this comes to us by Chainsword 40K, my friend of the channel, someone who takes a look at the Warhammer 40K books, analyzes them, finds the wall crap, and presents this wall crap to us.
Hail for the good job. Yeah.
So yeah, Chainsword.
Taking a big bullet from a plasma gun for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually. Thank you. So here we have this Alpha Legion book. And on the front cover of this Alpha Legion book, what do we see? We see a freaking black Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh.
So, if I didn't know that Space Marines can only be male, official statement by Games Workshop from a few weeks ago, I would say that this is a female Space Marine. This looks like Whoopi Goldberg.
I mean, she's so woke that I'm sure she wouldn't mind to be on that book.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
So we have a few issues here. First, this is an Alpha Legion Space Marine that looks like a woman. Second, this is a black Alpha Legion Space Marine. And third, he looks like Whoopi Goldberg. But the problem, again, joke aside, but Alpha Legion are supposed to look the same. That's the whole shtick about them. That's the whole thing. They're supposed to look the same because they all supposed to pretend that they're their Primarchs, Alpharius and Omega. So what the heck happened here?
Yeah,
Well,
he didn't get the memo.
no, he didn't.
So-
Well, it turns out that the lore was rewritten just to fit this bull crap.
Oh, boy.
Now let's see what Chainsword has said here, and then of course we're gonna go to this whole thread and what's relevant. What is so funny, Logan?
I'm looking at that. I'm sorry. I'm looking at that picture and you know what lines are in my head. Now wait a minute, mister.
Yeah.
That right there might just happen to be a good. Anyway. Yeah.
This is
sorry.
from Johnny Bravo, by the way. This is from Johnny Bravo, guys, if you haven't noticed.
Johnny Bravo, yeah. Johnny B.
Yes, I love Johnny Bravo. Okay, so Chainsword says,
Oh.
written by Mike Brooks, DI characters, probably another political manifesto disguised as a plot. I'm pretty sure he's going to insert some kind of trans LGBTQ stuff that has zero relevance to the story. Also, who thought that marine design was good? So here it is.
Yeah.
New Akura book leaked. We are so up, gang. Well, what we are so up what?
Yeah.
So, Mike Brooks, no, we ain't. And all of that. Oh, people here that know Alpha Legion lore only by YouTube shorts asking why he isn't the clone of his fathers. Well, let's see the particular lore that we're talking about. Very cool, but looks familiar too. Yes, this is from
Yeah.
Concord, one of the useless characters that you can ever see. So let's take a So let's take a look at what Lady Runesong says, a friend of the channel, by the way. Shout out to Lady Runesong. She says he doesn't hate old lore. And then copies this. Unlike other gene seed, the Alpha Legion does not inherit the looks of their Primarchs. The reason most look identical to them is because they undergo a facial surgery. But now, in the present setting, most who still undergo the surgery are mocked by their peers. Read Harrow Master. So, this guy basically is telling us the reasoning behind this, but this is, I guess, new lore. And here it comes Chainsword to explain. But in Harrow Master was written by Brooks. It's fanfic. So here we go. This whole thing is put there, this whole piece of lore, so later he can create this book.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I understand, actually, fellow creator of the channel, fellow creator that is from the channel, Corn Against, said that this particular Space Marine was featured in other books. But if this was written just to justify someone or this character being black in particular, then it doesn't matter if they're featured before, because the whole point is that this new lore, or how Chainsword calls it fanfic, it's created so it can excuse this character or other characters like him in the first place. So this does not make anything better.
Yeah. Also, why would you change that something that is actually so good just to fit one person there? I really have no idea. Why exactly in this legion?
Yeah. Exactly. This is one of the things that make them unique. The whole
Yeah.
point is that whenever push comes to shove, anybody can say, I'm of Harius, or I'm Omegon, or whatever.
Well, I'm sure that he can say that too if he wants, but then people will look at him and there will be crickets all over.
Yeah, because nobody will believe that he is.
So
I believe that he's Upi Goldberg.
Oh well, yeah, he could play that.
Yeah.
I mean, so Mike Brooks essentially wants to make us believe that those of them who decide to undergo the facial reconstruction are like people who look the same, but this guy decided, no, I'm going to stick to my guns, or probably he said, no, I'm going to stick to my guns and look however I like in the name of Emperor.
Yeah, probably.
Is that what we have to believe, that we all look the same, but he doesn't want to look the same, or what is it now?
Yeah, well.
How should I describe?
How should I describe it? So look at this again before we continue forward. But now in the present setting, most who still undergo the surgery are mocked by their peers. So that is even worse, because this is destruction of what makes the Alpha Legion the Alpha Legion. If others are freaking mocked,
Yeah.
for wanting to look like their Primarch, destroys the whole idea, the whole nature of the Legion. They're supposed to be copies of each other.
Yeah.
That's like freaking the whole point. So they're the stealthy chapter. They're the chapter that only has their own agenda, that has their own tactics, that are very sneaky, that are the chameleons of 40k, that can pretend to be somebody else, that could be secret agents of the secret agents, could be double, triple agents, whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine the most sneaky possible chapter ever. That's the Alpha Legion. And if, let's say, you're a Primarch and you try to kill Omegon, and well, or Alfarius, but all of a sudden somebody jumps in and says, I'm actually the Primarch. And they are also the same height. They're supposed to be also the same height, the same size overall. So you'll be like, oh, who the heck is who? Especially if they have like the same armor.
Especially if they're the same, yeah.
So you never know. That's the thing. You never know. You're not supposed to have somebody that looks like that. No matter if they're Asian or black. They decided to make them black, but they could have made them Asian and still won't work.
Well, I mean, they should just kill that guy and he sticks out anyway.
I mean, he will die first.
He will die first, yeah.
Because he sticks out.
Yeah.
Especially if he walks around with no helmet. Put the helmet on, Jesus.
Well, I mean, he has to show how proud he is of who he is and what he is and everything that
That's
he
my
is.
book's
It
idea.
it smells like as if my Brooks decided intentionally that he doesn't care about that region, but he decided intentionally, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to ruin it now for everyone.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
otherwise, why exactly in this region? It's like with the Space Wolves and the Black Viking there that now,
Yeah,
now
makes no
walked
sense.
around there and makes no sense.
Makes no sense. But here
Yeah,
is even worse because
yeah.
they all have to look the same.
Mm-hmm.
So Lady Dinosaur says, why on earth would anyone strip away one of the key things that
Yeah.
gives them their identity in the lore and fandom? Might as well say modern white scars mock new guys who use assault bikes if we are purging personally among the SMs. Chancellor says, in the pursuit of DEI, GW seems to have forgotten that chapters are culturally themed with their aesthetics and traditions, reflecting the specific culture of region
Mm-hmm.
that inspired them. Giving each chapter a distinct personality, instead, they produce multicultural slop.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, isn't the idea exactly if they want to have the presentation? Isn't that exactly the idea that everyone is themed on specific culture and we represent that?
Mm-hmm.
So why we should strip away all of that just to
But
have
Logan,
again? Yeah,
But Logan,
yeah, yeah.
on our video for the Space Wolves being
Mm-hmm.
black,
Mm-hmm.
there's one guy that says, well,
Oh,
actually,
well, actually,
yes, I have a black space marine wolves chapter that is chaos. So it
oh,
totally
so
counts.
it totally counts then.
And I wrote, we were talking about the loyal. Please.
Yeah.
That's totally different. We're talking about the loyalist. Because, but no, George, he said that
Okay.
they don't recruit from friendlies only. They're chaos. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Chaos don't
What?
have the same resources
They
as
don't have the same
loyalists.
resources. Yeah.
They are limited.
Jesus.
Okay? They're limited. And they will recruit from
They
whatever.
really recruit
Like,
from
all
whatever. Yeah.
principles are off the window. They're
They're
chaos.
chaos. Yeah. They don't care. They take whatever they can.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Jesus
So,
Christ. Yeah.
so guys, let's know what you think about this topic. We absolutely, as true Warhammer fans, we don't want anything changed. We
No.
want it to be like it is. There's a simple rule. When you want to get into a hobby, you must respect the hobby. You must respect how the lore is and what makes it special, what makes different chapters special. If you can't do that, you're not supposed to be there. If you can't find something for you in that particular universe, then you should look somewhere else because
Exactly.
40K in this case maybe is not for you.
Yeah. It's just not for you, and that's
And it
okay.
shouldn't bend to
Fine.
anybody's will.
Mm.
It should be what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So let's know what you think in the comments. Now we're gonna check the chat real quick because we have limited time tonight. So welcome to Joey as well.
Hey, Joey.
Joey's here. Hold on, let me look at the chat better. So, Mr. YouTube says, strangely enough, the first book of that series, if you can call Mike Brooks slop like that, it's called Ghost Legion in German.
Yeah. Geisterlegion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joe is
Nothing
here.
ghosty about that.
Joey says, it's D&D over again. Mexican orcs, anyone? And why it was always woke.
Now,
Yeah.
Joey, they wouldn't dare to make the orcs Mexican because they would be evil. No, no, no. They have to be good guys, you know. No evil people.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll say that the orcs are white, rich, privileged people, but no Mexicans. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And Thomas is here.
Hey, Thomas.
Well, I'm live this time here. Yes, we had to do something, as you can see. What do you mean strip away?
Because you let strip away for what Radio Song say that.
Oh, sorry.
And he heard only that.
Ah, okay.
Probably. Yeah.
Martin is here. What up? What's
Hello,
up?
hello.
Evening to you too. Hell. And Roadkill is here.
Hey, Roadkill.
Oh, Roadkill, hi
Roadkill,
to
yeah.
you. Welcome to the. Well, now we're going to the second topic of today.
Roadkill, your drawing is almost ready. I just have to find space for the clothes because it got too big.
Yeah.
The drawing.
Yeah. Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay, Thomas, clip that. in the out of contest temperature.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue to the second topic of
Ooh.
tonight, guys. Again, it's from Chainsword.
Oh,
It's
on
freaking
fire.
amazing topic, guys. It's freaking amazing. So, guys, we talked about this before. Actually, back when I started 40K, I started analyzing 40K, and I found out a lot of things about it. I was right about my analysis because I'm super good in analyzing any type of literature and what the author wanted to say. That was kind of like a discipline that we had in literature class. So back then, I did absolutely analyze chaos, and I did say that they're not written as actual gods, but rather they're written as high level demons. Now they're depicted as gods, but how they're written is a high level demon, which can be easily identified if you know what usually authors read, which is a lot of theosophy and other like spiritual books like that. They get their concepts and their ideas from real books or other fantasy books. It depends. When you're an author, you have to know a lot. You have to know concepts so you can form your own ideas and concepts from these original ideas, books, whatever. So, back then there was this huge it was basically a debate that sparked also from Bricky's videos that you guys made me react to, and he was wrong about many things when it comes to interpretations of the lore, interpretations of factions, interpretations of even some of the nature, you can say, from the of the 40k factions, and one of those was chaos. So we're going to talk about Warhammer 40k, but I can't critique chaos. That's the topic. That's according to some people, of course, that I can't critique chaos, but I certainly can. So again, shout out to Chainsword 40k for prompting this topic, once again reviving it in the year 2026. He says, once again, we're back to the chaos isn't evil, it's just misunderstood phrase by tourists who don't read 40k lore. And also, these tourists are usually woke that want to change the lore. They also want to find excuses for evil because all of the basis of everything that they say and do in life is based on actually pretty misunderstood and twisted concepts that stem from evil nature, by the way.
Yeah.
And that is philosophically correct as well. So let's see what this here says. Korn and Slanesh personify two entirely opposing aspects of chaos, and Korn considers Slanesh self-indulgence, sensualities insulting. Kron is said to have inherent the instinctive values of martial honor, pride, and bravery. Some of Korn's followers use these to justify their killings. But Kron's most fanatical worshippers who know that Kron cares not from where the blood flows, only that it does, all else is meaningless artifice. His associated number is 8, reflected in the organization of his armies, blah blah blah. That's not important. So, guys, usually this is absolutely connected to what I experienced in the lore when I first entered, and all of the 40k fans that gave me information and also bullcrap and also lectures about these things. So there's always, those people that just try to turn you to their side at the beginning of anything. But thankfully, I was not born yesterday. So
Yeah.
to me, what they were saying didn't make any sense to me because in all literature and fantasy and whatever, there is always evil somehow, some way, even if it's not clear. In this case, evil was very clear, but they were still trying to justify it exactly because Korn also supposed to mean honor and whatever, but pride, bravery, all those things are absolutely too. I mean, they're through the glass of murder. They're through the glass of whatever the what was that expression? The best possible intentions are the way to hell.
The way to kill. Yeah.
whatever the saying was.
The path to hell is paved with good
Haha.
intentions.
Yes, the
Yeah.
path to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we're talking about here. Chrome can uh, give you, let's say, some kind of a bravery, but it's in the context of the fact that you have to be the kamikaze that just goes and kills and gets killed
You will be
eventually.
brave enough to kill. Yeah.
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 Martial honor? What? I mean, he doesn't care about honor. I don't know
Yeah.
where that came
There
from.
is no honor in that. So
And when it comes to pride, this can only be in the context of very low ego.
yeah.
Low ego again
Exactly.
means, if you're not sure, low ego means undeveloped ego, basically when you have a lot of self-esteem without actual basis, when you are full of yourself, when when it's always about you, but you can't see the truth. I mean, you can't see truth through other people's eyes, all those
Oh,
things.
like woke people.
Like woke people,
Yeah.
when it's all about them, but never see from the other side's eyes, or they don't want to see. So low ego, it's all about being full of yourself. High ego is all about being objective towards yourself, acknowledging your qualities and shortcomings, and acting accordingly towards yourself and others without without being egotistical about anything. Just be completely objective about yourself. So Chaos Gods, even though they give you some things, some gifts, let's say, they take everything else from you.
Yeah.
That is the trick, that's the deal. That's how evil works. That's how evil has worked in all literature. Because that is how evil works in life as well. It usually offers you something, but in exchange it takes everything else that actually matters, because evil usually sees what actually matters so it can achieve its goals, but you don't.
Yeah.
You have only your perspective from your personal standpoint, where you sit in the world. You can't grasp all the possible consequences of your actions if you actually choose the evil path, and you can't grasp what evil gains by you completely giving up on yourself and giving up to it, because that's exactly what happens. It will try to convince you that what you're doing is for you, and but in the same time giving you a lot of stuff that for those stuff, and presumably being about you, everything that makes you you who you are, that's gonna be destroyed, that's gonna be diminished, it's gonna be consumed by evil. You will never be yourself ever again. So it strips you.
With the half truth.
It always gives, yeah, it always giving you half truths or complete lies, but half truths are often even more dangerous than complete lies. So that is how evil always works, and that's how evil works through all 40k, and that is what chaos is. Each individual god gives you something, but you know, the excuses for those things are just not worth it. There cannot be any excuse.
Yeah, this is like like the villains who say that I'm doing this because that's the best thing for humanity.
Yeah.
And they believe that they really do a good thing.
Yes.
So in that case, you also lied to that you're doing the good thing in that way. And usually people, normal people who read or watch something usually try really to find excuse for those villains, which is very weird to me. I know a person who liked the Joker so much that he wanted him to be some kind of an anti-hero. He said, but the Joker is like an anti-hero, right?
No.
And he was looking at me with hope in the eyes that I'm going to say yes. And I said, no, he's a psychopath, man. What anti-hero, I mean, he doesn't do anything good. So,
Jesus Christ,
yeah.
that's so sad. And Hollywood also tried to do this with all the movies like Maleficent and Marvel with their
All those
villains.
misunderstood villains.
It's always misunderstood.
understood.
Always excusing everything. Like Doctor Doom has this agenda, so we
Yeah.
must excuse him for want to massacre like a whole planet
Yeah,
or whatever.
what was her name with the Dalmatian? Sorry, I forgot.
I asked Cruella de
Cruella
Vil.
de Vil was never evil. Actually, another person was evil. She skinned the dog. She was evil. She was evil in the animations and in the book.
But in the new movie, they changed everything.
But that's supposed to be
Anyway,
connected. That's supposed to be connected with the animations, with the Dalmatians.
yeah.
That's supposed to be her. Anyway, yeah,
Anyway,
it's always
anyway, we gotta
only
read. We
misunderstood.
gotta
Yeah,
read. King of the
yeah,
Monsters
Game of
for
Monsters.
199. Movies would be good if they stay villains. Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. And also, guys, again, we're going to remind you that, in 2019, me and Logan went and interviewed freaking Sam Jones.
Yeah, yeah. Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon. And he was annoyed by this because by this point, 3 years have
3
passed
years, yeah.
since 2016, where all the wokeness stuff started. And they were already trying to interject all of that, cricket look over evil in general and villains. And he firmly said to us in our faces, like, evil is evil. That's how it should be.
Yes.
You are conditioning the young generation to think in a twisted way about those things, and this is so bad. This breaks morale. This breaks how we view morality in general and why we have it in the first place. Everything is ruined. So, in Warhammer 40K, you think that there's a lot of gray, and yeah, there is to a point, but when you look at deeply, you see that what the Imperium does is basically absolutely necessary offensive towards everybody else that wants to destroy humanity. Humanity will be destroyed completely if we don't try to protect ourselves, if the Emperor didn't do what he did. Not everything that he did is amazing. Not everything is wise. Not everything is absolutely necessary, but the whole fact that he went and fought everybody just so they can stay away from Earth, so to speak, that he tried to find a way to have a plan for everybody. Basically, this is very broad what I'm saying right now because we don't have time, but I hope that you know what I mean. Whatever the Imperium did was for the sole survival of humanity. That was the whole idea. Now, what happens on the micro level, that's probably not okay. It's totally different topic. But we're saying like on a global scale. So that's why the humanity actually the good guys. And you can't say there are no good guys in 40K. Well, not in the black and white sense like we see in superhero movies. Certainly not. But there's definitely good guys in 40K because at least the Astartes have moral compass. Not I'm talking about loyalists. I'm talking about the chapters that have like high morale and honor and actually care about each other, care about their brothers, care about the Emperor, care about the Imperium, care about protecting the Imperium. They're extremely loyal. They have all the qualities that you would expect a great warrior to have. And even when you take a look at some others, like Salamanders, they even care so deeply about the basic human. So there's a lot good qualities that absolutely contradict evil in 40K. Absolutely contradict evil, and you cannot say that there are no good guys because they are. Do the good guys always do the right thing? No. That's not what's happening here. It's a war.
It's a war, yeah.
It's a war situation. You can't be perfect in a war situation as much as you try. There's always going to be something, and you have to make a quick decision, otherwise everybody dies. So you know how those things go. Now, let's read a little bit, and then we're going to move on. So Marius Wrinkler says,
Reinker.
naturally, it appeals to narcissists. Exactly. At the core of 40K chaos is Daddy did not make it all about me and reward me for just showing up. So I'm totally justified being mad at the universe. Great, I need Tsunami to read that in his own voice.
This is the Daddy did not make it all about me, and the reward was just for showing up. So I'm totally justified being mad at the universe. This is like in the movies where you know the parent cannot go to the football match of the child, and the child is angry
Yes.
because the parent had to work and actually provide and stuff like that, or you know, being a hero and save the world or things like that. But you didn't come to show up to my football match. Get the hell out of here with your football match. I'm saving the world and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, that's so
Jesus
annoying.
Christ, giving you roof, food. Yeah, what is this?
And he continues, they love that because it is them and they have no ability to feel for someone else. Exactly what the woke
Indeed,
people always do.
exactly. Yes.
Oh, they always do that. Now, quickly, 349 New
Oh,
Zealand dollar from out of context Empress. And he says, Logan, I can't get the custom.
can I get?
Can I get the custom drawing? YouTube banner.
Oh yeah. We talked about that. Don't worry.
Oh,
I just don't have time, but yeah, I remember. Yeah.
okay. So whenever you do.
Yeah.
Thank you so. Thank you so to King of Monsters, and thank you so to Thomas out of context Empress, guys. Your support
Indeed.
is like pivotal. So thank you so much. Thank you. Chainsword continues. It's funny, especially if we take this into account. But chaos is not a benevolent force, and for the vast majority of those who fall to chaos temptations, they will never reach either power or position, and will be little more than faceless puppets in the endless schemes of the dark gods. While chaos may reward success with power, even the mightiest chaos servant at the pinnacle of their power becomes only a slave of chaos, never its master. Most who serve chaos will fail in their quest for power, eventually ending up as possessed demon hosts, mindless chaos pawn, or simply just another corpse in the heap upon whose usefulness to the ruinous powers has ended. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens to most people.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of the same 6 arguments every 3 months. One of those infinite tabletop situations. And this guy says, no, mate, you see that noise marine who just killed the family of 4 with the Sonic concert and then proceeded with turning them into drugs and snorting their remains is just a misunderstood guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was misunderstood.
Yeah,
Craven
absolutely.
Flicking the Hunter was misunderstood in that horrible movie. Everybody
yeah.
is just misunderstood,
Even
man.
Craven the freaking
Nobody.
Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
And this guy says most tourists are just pigs in the slob, at the slob though, in the slob through. Until they get some standards in reading comprehension, I will treat them as such. Yes, because reading comprehension is non.
Indeed,
Doesn't
is
exist.
important skill. Yeah.
That is what I learned through all my years on YouTube and in X. There's no reading comprehension.
One of the hardest exercises for my students is exactly that on the test. You know, they do good in the pages with the vocabulary, the grammar, even the listening. But then when it's the page with the reading comprehension, everything goes. So Jesus Christ,
That's how it is.
guys, just read the freaking text several times. You know, just read it carefully. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no reading comprehension.
This guy says, oh, an object answer to the question. How the F do people willingly join chaos? Very nice.
This reminds me, you know, that misunderstanding always reminds me of the great line from X-Men the animated series when the other X-Men met Sabretooth for the first time, and Wolverine was there and he wasn't very happy, and they said it appears that you don't like each other very much, and Sabretooth says we had some misunderstandings, and Wolverine says, yeah, he wasted some friends of mine and I misunderstood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, that was great. They're confounding the imperium with chaos. People that can't or won't see that chaos is inherently evil are so stupid that can't even be turned into servitors. Yeah, it's really sad.
It's really sad.
I had to explain that so many times when I first started even. which is ridiculous because I was first starting 40K 6 years ago, and I was the one who had to explain this to people that are supposedly being in the lore for more than a decade, or even more than that. I mean, the fact that you are in a hobby for years and years and years doesn't mean that you actually understood anything, depending on how you engaged in the hobby. And did you actually try to understand? How many books did you read? Can you even analyze literature? Do you have reading comprehension? Like, all of those things today are actually a problem.
Yeah.
Because intelligence has just falling
Yeah.
off a cliff.
Yeah. Oh, I misunderstood. Therefore, every evil is misunderstood.
No, it's
I
because
just remember
people
that.
operate on emotion and
Yeah.
not reason.
Indeed,
And that
indeed.
is very close to the animal world, much closer than humans are. Humans are supposed to be the ones that are thinking and reasoning. But in today's times, we allowed wokeness to seep in. We underestimated all of that. Now it's here for 10 years. It's trying to ruin our lives, and it did to some extent. It ruins everything that we love. It's like a freaking disease. And the only way to fight it, it's with reasoning and intelligence. Because the woke can only fight with emotion and feelings. Fifis. Nothing else.
Fifis. Yeah.
We're the ones that has to stay grounded and always objective and not jump to conclusions from emotions, because I see this trend as well. Sometimes, a lot of other creators like myself are judging certain things based on emotion and not on reasoning, because I understand that they are conditioned by what has already happened. And this is a thing, this is a factor. It's like, slapping. I mean, somebody slapping you in the face 100 times, and then the last time is not actually a slap, it's something else, but you still consider it the same and you don't think about it anymore because you're so affected by what has previously happened. But this is also a trap, and we shouldn't fall into that.
It's a trap.
Yeah, we should judge every situation case by case basis with reasoning. We should never forget to reason, because reason is the only thing that's gonna take us out of this loop of emotion being angry and emotion being angry. We can be angry about this, but that is only second to what we first should be done. Should do, which is thinking and reasoning. That's it.
Look what happened with the because of that jumping to conclusion and things being in our face. Look what happened with the poor him and Trevor now with the him joke there, because it's apparently a joke because he man, but people are, oh no, it's woke now, the movies ruined and the whole, but we can't say, but if we say so, and nobody says anything, but if we say things like, objectively, Nicholas Galitzin does not look muscular enough. How dare you complain about that? And I said, Jesus Christ, but he really doesn't look like that.
He doesn't look muscular enough.
So we can't complain about the other thing, but the other one is okay.
But yeah.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah. No.
And objectively, the other thing was a joke, but because of every woke thing in our faces, now people just jump and we think maybe it will be, but
I mean, we're still not sure.
We're still not sure, so we shouldn't be like, no, that's the end of it.
But it kind of looks like it's an intentional joke.
It looks like a joke,
with his name.
Yeah.
We'll see, guys, when that comes
We'll see. Just an example, yeah.
So let us know what you think in the comments about that. Is chaos evil? Think about it. Don't emotion about it.
Don't emotion about it. On a t-shirt, don't emotion about
it. Don't emotion about it. Yes, Empress 2026.
Hey, don't emotion about it.
So let's say hi to you guys in the chat. Hey. So Martin says the silence of Sladesh. Yes.
Thomas says before that whenever you have time, of course, didn't mean for the last message to sound a little different. No, Thomas, you did. I remember when we talked about that you wanted doing. Don't worry.
Yes, can you read the other comments? I talked too much. I need a break on my
The silence of Slanesh, says Martin.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, okay. Lycan bro. Lycan bro.
Lycan bro, that's long.
Yeah, exactly. We'll call you Lycan bro. Sounds very woofy. Chaos warrior slaughters millions in the name of the dark gods, laughing at the suffering he's causing. And he's misunderstood.
Yes, he's probably misunderstood, poor guy.
Yeah. Has been Snuff. I think I remember him. How many more editions before the Emperor is reborn as a black man? I'm thinking 2, maybe 3. Oh no,
Oh,
no! Don't give them ideas. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna touch the Emperor much. They barely write about him.
Game of Monsters says to my comment with Wolverine Sabretooth, and no one listens to Wolverine. Yeah. Like Unblock continues with 40k tourists, I can fix him.
We probably can't.
They probably can't. Then what happened? My boy Wolverine was right again. Exactly, King K. He was right because he knew what he was talking about. Because he didn't react on emotion, by the way.
Oh, that's a great point.
Wolverine learning how to do that, actually.
That's a great point.
Then it has been 10 years since the walk things started, yeah? Actually,
exactly
now
10.
It's exactly 10. Jesus. A decade of Dunvas.
Exactly.
Martin.
Thanks, Martin.
Monster says true about something we said. The fandom stands.
Yes, we stand, we fight. We have to talk about those things to fight for Warhammer, guys. Otherwise, the woke just gonna win automatically. If you don't say anything, they win. Like, think about it. That is literally facts, facts of war. If you don't stand and fight, you lose automatically. Just you're not participating.
Has-beens know says pretending men and women are the same is what got us into this mess. Pretending men and women are the same isn't going to be what gets us out of it.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean there, though, because there's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
It was not just pretending.
That's one of the things. Yeah, that's one of the things. I remember how they started pushing that in Doctor Who back in the days, and very, very slightly they were pushing that thing in the Peter Capaldi era, and when there was he was sitting on a bench talking with someone and said, you Earthlings are so mad. How can you not knowing that women and men and something like that it was, and I was like, wow, yeah, that those were the seeds. Yeah.
I mean, the problem is that the woke people want to convince us that men are bad, women are great, but only if they push men down. And by this, they're actually insulting both men and women because by doing this, they don't acknowledge what makes women great. They hate beauty. They hate when women are great and actually powerful because they're cunning, because they're intelligent, because they take care of themselves, because they have the willpower to be great and look great. They hate all of that that makes you build yourself up.
Yeah.
And they hate the same things with men.
As well. Exactly. I saw actually a couple of days ago, I saw that Pierce Brosnan said something like that people nowadays try to paint assertiveness like toxic masculinity. But assertiveness, it's not that, but they try, assertive to be assertive, to, go out there, stand up for yourself, to be active, to do the things about you. And they try to paint that as, as toxic masculinity. So apparently, as men, we just have to stay in a corner and do nothing.
I forgot to put the chat talk.
Yeah.
Everything is wrong. I mean, if you watch Supergirl, for example, she had to beat Superman in the show so she can prove that she's better than him. Ooh. That is ugly. And that is ugly for her and for him. Because what makes Supergirl special, it's really her. It's really her qualities. What makes her Supergirl, she's not Clark. She has other attributes and ways to be good, ways to be smart, ways to deal with life and things in general, ways to be a hero. She has her own story. And Clark has his own story. And he shines separately from her, and she shines separately from him. And I mean, it is not only not required, but this is a crime to put them against each other. So you can just say that one of them, in this case, Supergirl, is better. This is never going to be about who is better and shouldn't be. This is about their individual stories, and they are the best versions of themselves when they really fight, when they really rise above the struggle, when they really overcome crazy challenges and like world-ending villains, whatever. It's not gonna be ever being pinned against each other. That's stupid. That's ugly. It's really ugly.
And it's not as if they don't have the example for that, because they again just had to look at the Superman the animated series when they introduced Supergirl there, and she shined on her own.
Yes.
She didn't steal the spotlight because, oh, that's your show, but now I'm here. No, and they did it a couple of episodes before that, actually, in Supergirl, the show, when she met the Flash, from CW universe, when they met, there was a crossover with the two of them in one episode of Supergirl, and everybody had his role. She didn't need to show him, well, but I'm actually faster than you or stronger. He could say, well, I can do the, speed force, but okay, but I'm stronger than you. No, they had the role and they worked together. They didn't have to fight each other because we want to see who will win. No, they actually met, they worked together, and it was great team up. That's actually a great episode there.
I mean,
And
it's
I
obvious
say,
that they respect their powers and
yeah,
their intelligence. That's how it should
exactly.
be.
Yeah.
You acknowledge my powers, I acknowledge your powers.
Yeah.
We shake hands, we continue.
Exactly.
We do our best.
As Batman said in comic books once, I'm happy that I don't have Quark's powers, because if I had them, I was going to do something really crazy.
That's why Superman is Superman.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
his character is what makes him super. His qualities, not his superpowers.
Yeah.
Anybody with his superpowers would destroy the world, even Batman.
Yeah, even
That's
Batman.
the point.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
point.
and he realizes it.
Okay, please read the rest of the
Okay.
comments. Then we're gonna continue to the
So,
next topic.
they're releasing new character heads in Space Marine 2, and the Space Wolf one is a black guy without a beard, the most culturally white chapter in the whole
We
setting.
already covered this.
You know what, brother? We covered that.
We
You
had
can
a
actually
video.
watch
We
it.
have a video.
video.
It's one of the
yeah.
newest videos. One of the mods can paste it here in the chat if you can, guys. But we covered this. Yeah, we have a great talk about that.
Exactly. Yeah, I was crying bloody tears because that's my favorite chapter. So
yes, indeed.
Yes. And again, has been continued with Vanguard is one of my favorites, and he's black. It's not the problem. Imagine if they had an African themed chapter and released a Caucasian head for his chapter you were super excited about. Exactly, yeah.
And that's exactly what we said also in the video, because they do have African themed chapter. The Celestial Alliance, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
And if somebody is white from them, please explain why.
It will
and
be
how.
then, yeah.
It will stick out like a sore thumb, just the same.
Mr. YouTube has to go. Have a good one, Empress Logan, and everyone here. Gute Nacht.
Martin.
And Martin, men and women, even Superman and Supergirl, should be counterparts with their specific attributes, not copies of each other. Exactly.
And they aren't the copies of each other.
And they aren't the copies, exactly.
But they wanted to make them so in the show, which is a total betrayal of their characters.
Has-been says white erasure is only systematic if you notice it. Systemic, yes.
Systemic.
If you notice it.
Well, it is though. It's like all the time. Also, erasure of women, like we see with the female custodies, which we actually discussed yesterday, and before that, we had a great talk yesterday as well.
Speaking about it, guys, I don't know. I saw very quickly. I saw a picture last. No, I want to say very quickly. Last day. From that horrible animated show, My Adventures with Superman, which just a joke, but anyway, so they put a character there, a female character that is called Silver Saint Cloud. She was an ex-girlfriend of Bruce Wayne, so they put her in the Superman show for some reason.
Thanks, Thomas.
I think she has an interview with Superman or something. She's trying to hit on him. In the comic book, she's a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman with proportional body and everything is as it should be drawn. In that cartoon, in that animated show, she's freaking fat.
Great.
And a gigantic butt, and her hands here were kind of flabby when she tried to touch Superman. Her face was good, and ginormous boobs, but also the butt was way bigger than those boobs. I don't know what they were thinking. She had fat hands, and I looking at it and said, "What are we doing now? What is happening? Why is she trying to hit on Superman?"
It's DEI, that's what's happening.
Yeah, so here you go. Even there. Yes. Let's continue.
Let's continue. Lastly, Martin says they made Man at Arms, Black in the New Master of the Universe.
No.
I never met a black man called Duncan. Just saying, with a Scottish name. Yes, of course.
I don't you know about the black Scottish that were eating black haggis all the time? Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have always been there. You just don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, Idris Elba just plays the same character as he does
At
in
least,
Thor. In
at
Thor, same character.
basically, at least I'll give them one thing. At least he looks like man Farms in a way. We'll see. At least he's an okay actor. That's my least gripe. My biggest gripe is about Tiwa. That actress is just bland. Sorry, Tiwa should be amazingly beautiful and gorgeous. They put a
Thomas,
blank thing
that
there.
is the correct link of the video with the
Oh, nice.
black
Well
space
done, Thomas.
marines from, yeah,
Yes.
the wolves. Okay.
Has been also check it out. Thank you. Yes, give it a like. So,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, let's continue,
let's
guys. We
continue
don't
with the
have a
next
lot of
one, yeah.
time. So here we go. We are now to the superhero topic of the stream, which is going to be a video later on the superhero channel, and then we have a gaming topic as well. So let's remove chat talk, and we have to start with this amazing representation of
Oh, boy.
Superman from absolute soy hell.
No, yeah.
So this video, future video will be named after 88 years. Superman David Corenswet's costume finally drawn, wrinkled, and it's way worse than you think. Yes, because why do you say finally? Because they actually admit that this freaking thing has wrinkles.
Yeah, because on every other art before that, around the movie, they tried to draw it tight and muscular and everything,
Yeah.
but now they said,
Nah.
Everybody knows already by that point. We don't have to
Yeah,
try.
it's freaking ugly. So it says here, a new
Yeah.
officially licensed Superman poster has been unveiled by Sideshow. Well, this is so
Who
bad.
cares about that? This is so, Jesus Christ.
This is so bad. How is this Superman? Have you ever thought of a Superman? Like
No.
Superman, and he looks like Soy Man?
It
What
looks
is
like
this?
totally ordinary guy who found a suit in, cheap shop or something like that.
$2,
$2, $3. Yes, and not even the doggy looks kind of. I mean, that whole art style is kind of ugly to begin with.
Yeah.
But look at the stupid trunks and everything. It looks as if he's wearing a skirt.
I mean, the
Well,
trunks are
that's
so
something,
big.
yeah.
They're basically shorts for football or,
Yeah.
I mean, soccer or something. His face is super goofy.
Yeah,
He has
indeed.
no muscle, like no muscle to speak of.
Like if we, because that's the classical pose from one of the very first comic books. They try to recreate that. Well, on that pose in a classical comic book, he actually has the muscles. So this one just looks ridiculous.
But he's jumping, he's like jumping around in the sky. It looks funny.
Yeah, because that's from the classical comic books when he couldn't fly, but he jumped.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Why are they taking
looks,
this?
yeah.
This is super old. It's not canonically Superman that we know him today. This is way past the time where Superman was, so to speak, established like we know him today. There's certain attributes, there's certain traits of Superman that we know and love that are established for at least 30, 40 years. But that was before that. Superman is here. He is created 88 years ago. Those things are too old. They're not canon.
Absolutely
They're not
canon,
relevant
yeah.
anymore.
Well, James Gunn doesn't know that.
They're not up with the times. James Gunn is trying to appeal to an audience that is dead. I mean, who is alive?
That actually,
then?
right? Yeah.
Even if
That
you were
actually-
born then, you are now 88 and you don't remember when that happened. Freaking
back
God.
in my days, Superman couldn't fly. This actually reminds me of some really old art styles, but not in a good way, indeed. Also, can I ask now? I think 2 or 3 questions. Now, question number 1:
Yes.
Why on earth does flicking Superman needs knee pads?
He doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So then, why on earth every modern superhero costume has those linings around there? And here they're just too much. Really, in that suit.
This looks so ugly.
Indeed. Yeah,
It just looks so bad, like by your account.
I wouldn't think Superman if you show me that. But question number 3 is, why you draw that soy boy over there, but up there in the corner,
In the corner,
you
yes.
draw Superman with muscles.
Well, basically, yeah, you draw him like bigger,
Yeah,
more muscular. He
yeah,
actually oozes confidence because
yeah,
he breaks
right,
the
yeah.
chains. That's also
This he
classic.
oozes confidence. This one as if he was baiting in soy milk or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, look at John De
and
La Rose writing
and
woke
didn't
man. Here, pale
and
man.
he didn't drink his protein. I think. Yeah. Superman has huge muscles, real muscles, not pads. Look at the shoulders.
What?
Emos is this Superboy. Even
Yeah.
Superboy has more muscles. Even Superboy. You know.
And now look at the
Ah,
comparison. I mean, this is way better. This is how
here we go.
Superman should
This
look
is
like.
how he should
Even
look
if
like.
he wore this ugly costume,
Yeah.
it could still be made better.
That's
This
the
is
classical one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even here, he's
Look
bigger.
at the that was I was going to say
Even this is
look
bigger.
at the broad shoulders. Look at the triangular body
Frame.
shape, the
The
frame.
V-tape.
That's it. You see that and you say, well, that's Superman. I showed this to my mother, for example, and she'll say, oh, that's Superman.
Even your mom, who
Even my mom will know that. Yeah.
has almost no idea of
Yeah.
Superman. So this is how Superman should look like.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
This is
I
great.
can
Yeah.
totally buy the costume
Right.
done in this way because the muscles are acknowledged, it's tight, the lines are still bad, but if this was actually what we got in the movie,
Oh.
nobody would complain. Even
Nobody would
we will
complain,
not
yeah.
complain. Well,
Look,
we
they
will
even
point out the lines maybe.
yeah, but we can
Otherwise,
live with that if you give me the
he
muscles
has
and everything
definition
else. Yeah.
everywhere, and that's gonna be
Even they
enough.
even trim the stupid trunks because they know that this is just ridiculous. There, I mean, it's the longest boxer shorts they could find.
Yes, these are longer actually than Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a lot longer.
Yeah.
So, oh my god. And again, here we
And
see the
again,
doggy.
yeah.
He's seen on Superman, which is total disrespect to Superman to the highest degree.
Highest degree indeed, yeah.
James Gunn thinks this is funny. He's juvenile. He's childish. He's just like Taika Waititi, but even
Absolutely,
worse.
but on steroids. Yeah.
On steroids,
If
yeah.
those two guys meet, that will be Olympics. Okay.
And this is true Superman.
And this is a true Superman indeed. So is the Henry photo here?
Henry
there
photo?
was a Henry Cavill photo that they were comparing for. Ah, yeah,
Here it is. So this guy, Xenon Soup says, even in the official license poster, the suit still looks ugly F. All these MCU lines with those unfit parts of his abs. Clean your eyes with the real Superman suit.
Thank you. Yes, that's
Thank
really
you,
great.
Yeah.
A great aside for so eyes.
Yes, because those are pictures like from the set. There's a lot of pictures from the set of Man of Steel and BVS, and you can see that the costume looks perfect with no filters, with nothing.
Yeah.
Just the costume on the set. These costumes are made to be great in photography, on the set, and in the movie, filters or no filters.
Exactly.
And that's a fact. And Zack Snyder revealed many pictures that we never seen before of Henry Cavill as Superman with the concept suit, with the Christopher Reeve suit, but here we're talking about the movie suit and with the movie suit, and it always looks like it's supposed to look on film because that's the real suit.
So
in general,
it shouldn't. So that people shouldn't say, "Well, I'm sure to fix it in post."
Yeah,
Yeah.
F that.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So just let us know what you think in the comments about that.
Yeah. Horrible.
This is absolute disaster, and it's still like the worst representation of Superman ever put on screen.
It's not
gonna get any better.
worth it even to print it on toilet paper, and
It's not even worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Okay, let's see the chat real quick, guys, because we don't really have a lot of time.
From where do we start?
Okay, from. Does he even lift, Martin? No.
Does he even... No, this one doesn't lift, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of protein.
King says, I popped out for a second and I come back to this super trash. That comic cover and design is absolute dog shit, and why it's kind of baggy too. It's a lot of baggy, Yeah. Exactly. Quality, says Martin. I feel like
Here Here.
Oh yeah, his facial expression makes it look like he has Down syndrome.
Yes.
Because that's a dumb-witted Superman, actually. You know,
Exactly.
I feel like I should be paid to take him shopping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Some superheroes just don't transfer well to the 21st century. I mean, we don't even have payphone boots to get dressed in anymore. That
And
one
that's kind of relevant,
actually,
though.
this one kind of even didn't do the iconic, move because that suit was too baggy for him to wear under his clothes.
I mean, he
Too
doesn't
big.
need the. He
He
doesn't
doesn't need
need
the phone
anything
booth,
to,
yeah.
yeah, that's just a thing of the time.
Yeah.
And besides, the 21st century has been here for like 26 years.
Yes.
And we had two movie Supermans before this Superman. We had Brandon Routh Superman, which costume was okay. At least it fitted him. It wasn't perfect. He had many things that should be fixed, like the fact that it crushes his windpipe because it's so tight, like up here, and the cape is coming out directly from here. You can see his skin like struggling to move. His Superman's logo was too small, and he did had the trunks, but at least they were small. There was almost no definition on the suit whatsoever, and the cape was very dark, almost brownish, which was just not cool. And then we had, of course, Henry Cavill Superman, which was like the best possible Superman
A
ever.
modern Superman.
Visually, and other things which we're not gonna get to because it's a very complicated topic. We already discussed that on our superhero channels in depth. Superhero truth, guys.
Thomas asks if he can at least have the super dog. For what purpose, Thomas?
For what purpose?
Yeah, Crypto, the super cuddly toy, more like, says Martin, because Super Soy hasn't ate his spinach, the one in the corner did.
Yeah, the one in the upper corner, yes.
That one ate it, yeah. King says Superman doesn't need knee pads, but Gunn Super Soy Man needs the knee pads after getting screwed by James Gunn and the rest of DC. Yeah, he also would need a helmet, elbow pads, and the whole thing.
Yeah, because he needs to kneel down so he can screw him from... Did you get it? Did you get it? Okay.
Well, James Gunn would do that, yeah. So, yeah. And he would shot that even. And Thomas says to King of Monsters, I'd rather have red knees than wear knee pads.
Oh my gosh, guys.
I think I'd rather not be on my knees in the first place.
This got really,
says
really
King
weird.
of Monsters, yeah. And Thomas continues with King of Monsters, so you don't pray. What did you think I meant? Yeah, nobody wants to know. Okay. Good save there.
Oh, I forgot to say, because we went through so many things, but thank you so much to Roadkill for the 10 on PayPal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roadkill.
Thank you so much, Roadkill. Thank you. Wonder Woman suit.
Thomas has a very philosophical question, which is why not Superman nip suit? Nobody wants to see that, Thomas, except maybe for you and Man of Gunning.
Oh my gosh.
Roadkill says I did the thing. Here we go. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for being late with that. I'm sorry, Roadkill, but thank you Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's it. Yes.
And that's it. We do have to continue, guys. So let us know what you think in the comments about this. Now let me remove this final topic. Oh boy. Let's see what this is about. This actually was suggested yesterday by the awesome Decembro, who was here, a guest on the stream yesterday. So the topic is the ultimate gay dev system. Remove swear words from games fast.
Oh no.
So let's try to read this. Developers, please give me the option to remove swear words from your games. In the era of excellent assembly options, parents should be able to play certain games in front of their children without reaching for the volume. Really? Really? Last year I reviewed South of Midnight for VGC, and while I found its combat repetitive, I thought it was a beautiful adventure that featured a setting, characters, and subject matter that aren't frequently explored in this medium.
Blah.
And that is why it failed.
Yes.
It was woken down.
Blah.
Not only it does look and sound superb,
No.
but it also has a strong female protagonist And as someone with a younger daughter, I figured it would be a great game to play while she was around.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my gosh,
Why?
poor daughter of this guy. She's
Poor
gonna be
child, yeah.
indoctrinated into the wokedom.
Why would you just show her Wonder Woman, man? Just show her Wonder Woman if you want
Not the
to
woke
have, you
Wonder
know,
Woman,
not the
no.
woke Wonder Woman.
We gotta specify
Yeah.
these days which one. Okay. For context, my daughter was about to turn 7 years old when Sound of Midnight was released, and yes, the game's age rating suggested that it wasn't suitable for her. Well, just don't play in front of her, my guy. But the aim wasn't to have her play it. I just wanted to make sure it was safe for me to play it in the background while she was in the room. And having played an hour or so of the game for a preview, I had a pretty good feel for what it was offering. Everyone knows what their own child can handle, and my kid is usually fine with fantasy combat, especially given that the enemy designs in South of Midnight are weird but not exactly terrifying. I was ready to skip some cutscenes if needed, but by and large, she would have been fine playing with her toys or doing some coloring while I played through the game for review. Just a note because you have a son.
Yeah.
He often doesn't hear anything that's
Yeah.
happening in the background. We know when he's just playing around and when he's here, we can like actually watch a video for review or something. And the guy, the creator, whatever, he's gonna curse or whatever. He doesn't understand those things.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand that. He understands English.
He knows English very
but
well,
he
yes.
doesn't understand the curse words. He doesn't know them.
Exactly.
So even if he hears something, he doesn't care. He's on his phone, or he's playing a game. He has the headphones on his head already. He couldn't care less. You have to like be like that. Hey, whatever to get his attention. Let alone listening. He's not listening. He doesn't care. Kids don't care.
Kids don't care. Yes.
They are not in that headspace like we are.
Also, unless if you teach them those words, they don't know what they are. You know, it's most of the time, you know, kids repeat them. They have no idea what they say. But even if they don't repeat them, they really don't have the context of that unless if you teach them or someone else teach them, as it usually happens. You know.
But that just doesn't happen for your son.
No, thank God no.
Okay, and if a woman. And if a woman kicking arse in the background somehow rubbed off on her, all the better. Aha. Okay.
But
She's not supposed to be looking at the screen.
Why was this guy just doesn't play something else while his daughter is there, or you know?
Just play her Xena, Warrior Princess.
For example.
At least she's gonna see like a real female character that kicks ass, but she kicks ass because she freaking earned all of her abilities and knowledge through the years, and she suffered greatly for it. Almost died 500 times to be like that. She didn't just woke up with all of her knowledge and abilities. She had to suffer like an animal that has been beaten up a lot to be like she is. So maybe teach your daughter like real character development or something.
Absolutely.
And not unrealistic vision of a woman that's just kicking ass. You know.
Also, you can play a game in which, you know, a Batman is kicking ass, for example, and that can rub off your daughter too. That's also an example. Doesn't need to be just because she's a girl. Anyway, yeah. Within 5 minutes.
Within 5 minutes of the game starting, protagonist Hazel is asked to go to her neighbor's house to check on them as an enormous storm is approaching. When she knocks on the door, out comes Bukes.
Bukes?
Oh, Hazel, he laughs. Come on in and grab some punch. Ugh, it's effed up out there. It looked down at the kid who was sitting on the floor playing with her Disney figures. If she heard that, she wasn't showing it. Yes, exactly. That's my point. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. She wouldn't show it because she doesn't care. She didn't hear. She doesn't know. Okay, she's oblivious to it.
Yeah.
We don't swear in the house around her, so she's generally oblivious to bad language. Exactly my point again.
Yeah.
And unless her fellow 7-year-olds at school already have mouths like Popeye, Did Popeye swear?
Popeye was not swearing. You know, he was saying.
Yeah, what the heck does Popeye do to this guy?
I mean, maybe he means like a sailor.
Okay, but
just
Popeye
write
is
that.
not swearing.
Just write like a sailor, not like Popeye.
Popeye is a character, man.
The character. Yeah.
He has his own things.
Strong to the
Jesus.
finish.
I'd like to keep it that way for as long as possible. I played on as the storm got worse. Hazel tried to get back to her home but ended up falling into the water. Oh, what the F? Holy F. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Holy sh. What has just happened? What just happened? How did they get back to the shore? Oh no, that doesn't sound good. It took out the bridge. Okay, they swear a lot in this game. That's kind of needless.
Also, it's an ugly ass game anyway.
Yeah. So. Do they want to say that because she's black she swears so much?
Ah.
Oh no, racist. And so off went South of Midnight after 10 minutes. They obviously still had a review to write, so I spent the next week playing in the evenings after the kid had gone to bed. Oh, do we have? Oh, this is too long. This is too long. This is so long. The annoying thing is that this was the second time this had happened in as many months. Yeah, when I was reviewing Avowed. So this guy
reviews only bad games?
Only bad games, okay. Yeah. Again, another game with strong female character and fantasy violence that I would have been fine with playing with my kid in the room. There was a lot of swearing in that too, not least from the quirky Yahtzee who had the habit of shouting Ondra's titties. Oh, really? That's funny. But there were no titties in the game.
No titties, yeah.
I mean, we played the game, everybody were flat as a board.
Yeah.
Where the heck were the titties? We actually played the game just
no
to see
titties
how it
inside.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we saw no titties. As an exclamation, along with the usual F-bombs, of course. Before we go, there's the paragraph that you're free to quote on social media when people inevitably moan at the headline of this article without actually reading it. In no way, shape, or form I'm saying that these games should have their swearing removed or that the content of the game should be compromised in any way for the people who want to play them unedited. Okay. When it's used well in the game, as in real life, swearing can deliver impact, it can deliver humor, it can deliver fear. Or in the case of Scarface, the world is yours, it can be used to simply deliver the beginning, middle, or end of every sentence, sometimes all three. I am categorically not against swearing in games. If anything, in the right circumstances, I am in favor of it. My point is simply that in some games, those games where it isn't actually necessary. I'd like to see the developer take the initiatives and provide the option to turn the swearing off. Well, I just want to say that this guy played the worst games, the WoW games, and they like to swear a lot in those games. I don't remember a lot of swearing in the games that I like.
Yeah.
That usually are good games, and they have some class. I just don't remember a lot of swearing in games that I like. Of course, there's swearing in like GTA. But besides GTA, usually there's just not a lot of swearing, if all. And
but that's because there we also play, with criminals and things like that, so they should say things like it fits the narrative, whereas in those war games, it's just because they're often written by bad writers who have no idea that's why in The Witcher there is so much swearing, by the way. There is not so much swearing in the goddamn books, by the way.
I did notice that when it's something woke, it has more swearing than something that's not woke.
Yeah.
It's just like by and large, like GTA was made where those times were not a thing at all.
Yeah.
So, and you have characters that are freaking criminals, so it's normal. But in games that the context is not about criminals and such, I don't even remember swearing.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Whereas now it's a totally different thing.
So
also,
maybe he should change the types of games that he's playing.
A, and B, maybe he really should be more professional and play them without his kid being around. Because then how are you focused even on the game if your kid is there just
Yeah, and you
have
have to
patience
think
and play it. You
about
know,
what
think
she's
about when
doing.
yeah, when she goes to bed or things like that. I mean,
Just
it,
yeah.
it's a job still. You
Mm.
still have to do it more professionally.
I don't know how the developers are just gonna turn that off or
Yeah,
censor it.
because he can't put his child in another room.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think that's gonna be a lot
this
of work
this is again
for
kind of
Gomez.
like sounds like the woke thing. But me,
Me, me,
my child, me, do
me.
it for me, for my child. Turn it off. Find a
Yeah,
way. That this is not how it works, man. You have to find a way. You know,
yeah.
you. I mean,
The game is literally made for adults, so you
yeah.
should treat it that way. And if you're so afraid
I
that your
mean,
kid's gonna pick up something, just don't play
again, for
around her.
example, I've watched with my son all the 4 seasons of Samurai Jack. I didn't watch with him season 5 because there was an adult thingy there because they decided, oh, we're doing it now on Adult Swim, so we'll slip the word pee inside and thing. And I said, I'm not watching that with him.
You're just not.
Not going to happen. Here you go. But I'm not going to say, but they should have find a way. Is it necessary to have the no? But you just don't watch it.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
really don't have time. We're gonna continue a little bit more, guys. For parents who want to enjoy the game in a family setting without worrying about little Jimmy getting a bunch of effing and jeffing fired into his innocent ear holes. It doesn't even need major rewrites or anything. An alternative audio track where the swearing is bleeped, and an alternative subtitle track where it's X out, whatever. It's all that's really needed. Oh, I'm not. I mean, he says it this way, but how is that going to?
How is that?
How is that going to add to game development? It sounds simple, but you still have to go through the whole dialogue of the whole game. And if these things repeat too often, it might be actually a ton more work that's gonna make everything a lot more expensive.
Also, at one point, it might sound like, and you beep, 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 and then beep, 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 and beep every 5 seconds, and not
Yeah,
actually have actual lines.
it seems not practical actually, not feasible at all to me.
Yeah.
And in some situations, such as mine, that can be the difference between whether I can play the game with my family or not. Well, not with your family,
You can't play
just
with
your
your family,
daughter.
especially if the game still has a particular rating.
I mean, how he's going to reconcile scenes in the game that are highly violent or sexual? This cannot be censored
Yeah.
as well,
By
right?
that logic, then we have to do something in that, turn off the sexual
Yeah.
options or what?
This is just
It's
getting worse and
ridiculous.
worse.
It's
Like
ridiculous. Yeah.
the more you want to censor something, the worse it gets because then you have to censor another thing. Then you have to censor another thing.
Yeah.
So this is unpractical for a reason. That's why we have ratings in the game, in games, in movies. That's why we do. We have to judge these things for ourselves beforehand and not put, let's say, our kids in situations like that.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
have to adjust towards the product in this case. You can't always make the product bend to your will. The product has to be free to be produced the way that it should be, and you are the one that has to adjust to that. It's logical. That is how it's always been, and it's always worked as well. So obviously, for some games, it's not really viable. Removing the swearing from Grand Theft Auto or something like Hellraiser Revival is unlikely to make the game suitable for kids, and adding a swearing-free mode to Half-Life 2, which based on my Gamescom hands-on, is going to have more four-letter words in it than a knuckle tattoo convention.
Jesus Christ, that guy should meet most of my students who are 10, 11 to 12-year-old, and they already have played GTA 5 several times.
Yeah, it would involve too much work. Yeah. I'm talking more about the games that throw in F's, shits, and other things less frequently when they offer nothing at all to the game. Aha, so he's not talking about the games like GTA, he's talking only about the games that have little work to do. Oh, okay. Would Starfield really suffer from an optional profanity filter? Would Spider-Man 2 have dropped out of people's 2023 Game of the Year list if an option to remove the occasional what is that?
Utterance.
Yeah, of brick have been in there? I still don't think that's practical though, even if you minimize it like that. Multiverses got rested actually did the opposite. It had a little known setting in the options that turned on a mature mode where some of the characters gained extra lines. Turning it on let Batman say, file that under badass when he won, and have Harley Quinn occasionally exclaim, holy shitburgers. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't know if that's practical.
It doesn't seem practical. I mean, just have the ratings and that's it. And then this game is suitable for all family members. This one is not. That's it.
Yeah. Frankie Boy. Who? Frankie Boyle?
Boyle.
Boyle. Frankie Boyd ain't it, but the option was there and nobody complained that the game was being censored. Mainly because they were too busy complaining about everything else in it. I wouldn't complain about that. I really would not care. I'm just gonna leave it as like default and not even see the setting, probably. Ultimately, we now live in the world where many developers are finally implementing a solid range of accessibility options to help make their games playable by players with myriad conditions, disabilities, or any other situations which may otherwise prevent them from enjoying the game fully. We also live in a world where games like Grounded, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and Monster Hunter Wilds have um, arachnophobia modes for people who don't like encountering bugs in games. Okay. Surely, if we are replacing giant spiders with big jelly blobs, adding visual sound cues for deaf players, letting players skip quotes or replace button bashing once with simply holding the button, and adding numerous other quality of life features to games, all of which are objectively good things to do for those who need them. It doesn't take that much extra work to add English no swearing in language settings. I mean, fucking hell. He's trying to be smart here.
Yeah, there's that.
I mean, once again, I don't care if the game has, some kind of a filter to it. But if it's too hard to make, he says that it shouldn't be because we already have many other settings. But adding another thing to it really gonna make things more possible or better, or whatever. We have to ask game dev if this is even
if this is even possible and or feasible,
if this makes sense, even for the games that don't have as many words, they still have quite enough. I mean, in that midnight, whatever game, I even forgot the freaking name.
South of Midnight.
Yeah. That is still too much swearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, way too much.
Yeah, way too much. Yeah. Even for a mature game, it's really not necessary. Yeah.
But again, I will never think to myself, man, I gotta make the developers change this game because I can't play it around the kids.
Oh boy.
Just gonna do something else automatically. It never just come to my mind that I have to change the game.
Yeah, but not the whole thing. Yeah, to fit me. Indeed, that's again that agenda thing here.
Ridiculous. So guys, we're just gonna look at your comments real quick, and then we gotta go like right now. So Logan, take it away.
Here. Yeah. Hasbin says, honestly, I don't think we will get a good Superman movie until they take it back to the 30s or 40s or the 50s setting. Why Man of Steel is pretty good in the modern setting.
Yeah.
The movie works if you short like that. Also remember the comic books. I think we've corrupted Empress's clean mind, says Thomas.
No. I'm fine.
Not playing. Joey says not playing other games because me. Yes. And no Man of Gunning. No, her mind is pure. Hasbin says I don't want the coming of age Feinberg Quark Kent, but in this pretend ideal Superman movie, like the way they do the gene cycles moving a love triangle every time we do X-Men, do something new. That's because the people who make that love triangle does not understand the three characters. Should be person who actually understands it. Okay. That would be a good. Oh yeah, I'm making an Empress clip right now.
Okay. Joey
titties where? Yeah, because we're talking about titties. Yeah. That would be a good clip if I want up what time did it happen.
Maybe somewhere in the beginning.
Has been says Conquer's bat for a day was pretty edgy for the time. I found out they tuned it down on the re-releases.
I've never heard of it.
Game, yeah. That's how South Park ended up beep beep beep. Yeah, exactly. It will sound like that, you know. Joey says, I don't know, around 1:15 mark the article, somewhere there. And Martin is off.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for coming. Remember my friend that has arachnophobia installing a mod for it for Skyrim. Replaced spiders with bears instead. Said it looked funny when the bears zipped down on the web. Interesting.
Joey, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
There's gonna be a lot of things that they're not gonna fit perfectly when you do such a thing.
When you do such thing.
I mean, I get it with the phobia. You have a lot of spiders in Wukong as well.
Yeah, no, really, if you have arachnophobia, that would be horrible experience, especially in that level. But that I can understand. But, you know.
But is it feasible? Well, we'll see.
Indeed,
and hopefully December is gonna make video about that, so we will hear also his opinion. Okay, guys, it's super late. We're gonna have to go. But thank you so much for watching. See you in the morning. We're gonna play something, or I'm gonna play something. We'll see if Logan is here. Just on gaming channel G Hammer Empress. See my other videos about the female custodies, black freaking wolf space marines, all those things. We cover everything that we can here on the other channels. If you're interested in the superheroes, please check out Superhero Truth. Thomas or anybody, do you have the links? I'm gonna paste it myself if you don't. Roadkill, thanks so much for the support. Thomas, thank you so much for the support. And King of Monsters, thank you so much for the support. Here's the superhero channel, guys. We need to get to 1,000 subs so we can rate and help other channels as well. And we need another almost 2,000 hours to get monetized.
So are we going to rate now?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna go. It's late. Sleeping is a thing.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, guys. Love it. Until next time, with me, the 40K Empress and Logan. Bye bye.
The 40K Empress leads the way as warriors of the imperium sway into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires, but with her blade of pure desire, she claims the stars entire. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Through warped storms and battle cries, her banners pierce the darkened skies. With bolter hymns the traitor dies, as loyal warriors arise. Saints and psychers bend the flame, every world speaks her name. The Empress rules without shame, as war she does reclaim. Through stars and storms purpose burning crystal bright, to lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.